Think.
Lucas Wolf has 4 Speedweek.
Back at Lincoln Speedway once again for a rare Monday night of racing with the sprint cars. Of course, that's because it's Speed Week. This is night number 4 of the Pennsylvania Speed Week. We're talking with Bradley Howard. Bradley just picked up his first career 410 win in the Western Pennsylvania Speed Week show. And Bradley, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to see what we can have tonight. We've been struggling. We switched cars, so see if we can get rolling tonight.
You say you've been struggling, and there have been some nights where obviously things didn't go the way you wanted them to, but you've had speed. You set quick time actually here at Lincoln a couple of weeks ago in time trial competition. Things just, mechanical things, as odds and ends on a race car. There's so many mechanical things that can go wrong, and it looks like you're getting down the whole list of them here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. You heard the interview with Fred Raymer. I mean, the guys that are doing good here in Speed Week, you know, they're on top of their mechanicals all the time. Like, when you're running back to back to back, this is our first time, and, you know, I got Joe and John with me, and, you know, it makes it a lot easier. We wouldn't be able to run all of Speed Week, and we just picked up this morning. We had 2 front shocks bad, and, you know, just being able to stay on top of stuff like that all the time. I mean, these guys eat, sleep, breathe every day. You know, we have normal jobs, so it kind of makes it a little more difficult.
Well, this is far from a normal job. That normal conditions, I guess, for just about almost into the month of July. Weather's pretty warm. Everybody's talking about that. 10 nights of racing, and your team plans to run all 10?
Yeah, we're gonna try to. Yeah, we never tried before, and we're just gonna have fun and see if we can get faster each night.
Well, I tell you what, we're approaching the halfway mark, if that helps you at all with the mental part of it. But it is a tough grind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, especially when you guys change stuff around and find things that are wrong. You don't have much time in a day.
Yeah, the hours, the clock moves pretty rapidly during Speed Week for sure. Of course, after the races at a night, after the race is over at the end of the night, it's not go back and sit down and relax.
No. We try and do that sometimes because I live in a residential area where we keep the cars, so I can't wash at night. It kind of sucks. So sometimes we'll pull a late night, go to the car wash. Other nights we'll, you know, go home, go to sleep, and wake up first thing in the morning before work and wash, and then go to work. And
just the upkeep on the car. Forget the changes in the chassis setup, the changes you have to make for the different tracks. How about just the normal maintenance on the car?
Oh yeah, it's a full-time job. Without John and Joe here this week, there's no way I'd be able to run all the Speed Week, and that's why I never tried before. I mean, you need guys dedicated in the shop. So.
Talk about your win there at the Western Pennsylvania Speed Week Series. An outstanding night. Things came together, and let's just talk about that.
Yeah, it was a good night. We kept our nose clean, and the guys in front of us wrecked out in lap traffic because it was really dusty. So once you got into lap cars, you had to really watch where you were going. And yeah, we wouldn't have made it much longer. I remember Ryan Smith was third, and he said the same thing in his interview. I started sputting with like 2 to go. I was almost out of fuel, and he said the same thing. He was about out of fuel, so we both would have been out if there was another yellow.
Okay, how does that feel? You're going around the track and you're concentrating on what you're doing, and all of a sudden you feel the motor miss a beat, and you know what's going on. What goes through your head?
Yeah, you can't lift at that point and hope it makes it to the checkered.
Yeah, a lot of hoping.
Yeah.
Well, that's I guess all you can do. You're exactly right. At that point, there's no turning back for sure. Are you thinking in the back of your head, why don't we put another half a gallon of fuel in that car?
No. That race was insanely long. I think there was more than 5 yellows, more than 5 reds. I mean, it was like a marathon. So, and we did have a fuel stop too. So.
Oh, that included a fuel stop.
Yeah, it was a long race.
Well, that was a long race. Boy, talk about a marathon. I thought this was called sprint car racing.
I know, yeah.
But Bradley, let's talk about how you got started in sprint car racing.
From my dad. When I was 18, he was still racing at the time, and he went up to New York with the All-Stars, and they had a low car count, so he's told me to hop in the car, and you know, that's the rest is where we are now. You know, we've just been building every year to try and get better and build a more professional and, you know, better performing team every year we come out.
Did you race anything prior to sprint cars?
No,
So it's an all-star race, and low car count or not, he just told you to jump and get your feet wet.
Yeah, because the start and park money, I could go in the back and run a couple laps till I got lapped and pull in, and then I got to come home and we did some tests and tunes, and then we went right into racing the next year.
So what was the heart rate like when he said go ahead and jump in the car?
Oh, I was excited because back then it was only mostly me and him, as his help. So it was fun to do that with my dad.
What was your emotions when you first got in the car and push trucks up behind you and you start getting pushed off? What was going through your mind?
I was probably just excited back then. I mean, that was 7 years ago now. So
that's all you need to be, just excited.
Yep.
Kind of like coming to the track now. Are you as excited now as you were back then to come to the racetrack?
Oh yeah, we're excited today. I think we got most of our issues worked out, so we're ready.
So is there any particular issue that's caused you a lot of headaches this year, or is it always different things?
It's always different things. I mean, these are really tedious cars. If you cut any corners, it's going to show you the weakest link. You got to really keep up on all your maintenance. You really cycle parts, and we try and push that envelope a lot, and that causes part failures. But I think right now we got really nice equipment, so we're working on it.
So you continue each year to build up your equipment. You build up your not only the quantity but as well as the quality.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be possible without all the sponsors on the car. We try and grow every year with more investors, and
How about some of the sponsors on your car?
A-Lane Outdoor Furniture, Stauffer Motorsports, D-Rock Electric Company, Hartcon Services, Chad Baker Drain Cleaning. You can see the big caveman logo. You can't miss his. Apex Structures, APW Pressure Washing, Winnemeyer's, J&J, Auto Racing, Penske Racing Shocks, Donat Racing Engines, Gingrich Excavating, and then you got Wilders Motorsports, JR's Paving, BA Services, Lebanon Valley Home.
So it is a host of people. It's not one or two. You've got to go get as many as you can, I guess.
Yeah, and a lot of it's our local community. I mean, if you ever look at our car and look up all the sponsors, if you need anything done with your house or business or something, somebody on our car can most likely cover it.
Well, we do encourage fans, especially the fan base, if you've got a product, if you're in need of a product or in need of a service of one of the sponsors here at the track, on one of the cars or whatever, do what you can to support the people that support this sport.
Oh yeah, that's what's huge. Always support the businesses of sports sprint car racing. So,
well, it's a great sport, that's for sure. We're glad to have you as a part of it. Your goals for the future?
I just try and run consistent and hunt for wins. I mean, everybody wants to win, so
that's why we're here. That's why everybody's here, right?
Yep.
Well, the competition's been intense this year for sure, and of course, Speedweek, that's magnified somewhat. And this year's Speedweek is no different. It's there's extra money on the line, but there's extra cars. There's extra attention paid to each and every one of the cars in the pit area, so that makes it more difficult.
Yeah, you got to take it, week to week. I mean, the big guys know they're in contention every night, but for us, if we can get in the show tonight and compete for a top 10, that'll be a plus. We've been 0 for 4 our last 4 races, so, we didn't even qualify. So if we can just get in the show, run some laps, work towards the top 10, that'll be nice here during Speed Week.
Pill draw is a big part of it. Did you pull a good pill for tonight?
With time trials, not too concerned about that, but I think it was a 41, so we should be mid-pack.
Well, there you go. On a good opportunity. Make the most of it tonight, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again on the win out in Western Pennsylvania, and wish you the best for tonight as well as the rest of the Speed Week. Long week ahead for Bradley, his team, and the rest of the teams for this Pennsylvania Speed Week series presented by Red Robin. We certainly appreciate all the sponsors, everybody's extra hard work, the dedication, and we're hoping for Bradley to have a good night here tonight with tonight's Speed Week show here at Lincoln.